forgot my copy of Carry On. Already started filming the video. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there with my copy of Carry On.
Well, hey, looky what I got. We got me talk about books today?
Yep, we're talking books today.
Okay, I'll just leave you to it.
You don't have to. You can stay and hang out with me if you want.
I really gotta go.
Please, I'm so lonely. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Steph, and today we're going to talk about Carry On and my first time buddy reading with someone, which was really awesome. So this last month, the month of April, I was buddy reading with Sarah from IDK How. It's Sarah. That's not even her Twitter user. I'm mixing it up with IDK How, but they found me. This video is going fantastic so far. Sarah from Just Another Booktuber, I'll link in the icon description down below. Her Twitter handle is IDK, it's Sarah. Oh my gosh. I'm frazzled today. I'm really frazzled. This is fun. Yes, the entire month of April, starting the 1st and going all the way to, we actually finished on the 29th. Because we're awesome like that. We read Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, which was 500-something pages of, dear God, I have to get through this book in a month. I mean, this is one I've been putting off for a while. I've had it for almost a year now, because I think I got this before the Booktubeathon last year. I know I got it after I started Booktube, which, fun fact, I keep missing my my Booktube anniversary. It was last month. I think the first episode of Wattpad Wednesday actually went up on the my Booktube anniversary, and I just keep forgetting to talk about it. I was supposed to talk about it in my wrap-up. Didn't happen. I was going to make a different video. Didn't happen. I was going to get confetti to talk about it. Didn't happen. So this is just a heads up right now. I've been on Booktube for a year. And now we're talking about Carry On. I mean, the book, it was okay. I didn't really enjoy it. There was a reason it's just been sitting on my shelf for so long before I actually picked it up to read it for this buddy read. But the experience of buddy reading was actually really fun. Sarah was so on top of everything. She is an actual queen. Let me tell you. When we first figured out like what book we're gonna read, like, she got back to me, like, really quick, like, okay, if we break it down like this, we read so much every week, here's the breaks. I made sure to space them so we always end at the end of a chapter. She was so on top of it, and she did, like, amazing. I was not even considering that stuff. I was like, oh, man, and then she just comes back like, hey, we're gonna end this page for this week, this page this week, this page this week. I made sure they always end after chapters. And we can do this. Wait, if we'll stay on track, we'll end it. We'll be done with it in a month. I was just like, oh my God, you're an actual superhuman. Like I said, this was my first buddy read, so I wasn't really expecting that. I didn't know what to do. I think it was her first buddy read too. It was such a cool experience though, because at the end of each reading week, we would sit down and talk about the book, which is really cool to in real time sit and talk to someone about the book that you're currently reading. A lot of times that doesn't get to happen, and you either sit down in front of a camera later and film it if you're a fellow booktuber, or you have to wait till your friend finishes, or you see someone post a video or a blog post or something like that in order to talk about it. Talking in real time was very cool, and it did help when I was on track. I personally was on track the first week. She was consistently on track. I think there's only one week where she wasn't on track, but I was consistently off track. I'm a terrible buddy read partner, so I apologize, Sarah, but you're so on top of everything. You are, like, I've already said it, you're an actual queen. Sarah is actual royalty, and it needs to be known. And she was super chill, and I'm like, I'm behind. She's like, it's fine. It's like, no, it's not. I made an obligation, and I'm failing. She's like, it's okay. I enjoyed this experience. It was so fun. I'd love to do it with other books. This one, it was one that I had on my shelf, and we both had it, and it was one we wanted to get through. I believe she gave it a 3.5 stars. I'm saying around that same point, because it was so boring at parts, and yay for the gay, but just like so many parts, it was so boring, and I felt like I was reading more than I should have read more than I actually had, and it was just dragging on and Overall, there's just 4 points that I really want to hit on. 1, was it a fun experience? Yes. Reading with someone and having that motivation to keep reading the certain book that you are reading, when maybe you don't have the motivation to finish it, it's really helpful. And it was really fun to be able to talk to someone and be like, these things are so interesting. Whoa, can you believe this plot development? Number 2, which I kind of just answered, is does it help keep you on track? I think so. It helped keep me on track for the first week. I'm sorry, Sarah. Number 3, did you talk book things to a friend along the way? Hell yes, and that's the best part of this, because sometimes you don't get to talk book things all the time, and with this, you're just like, ooh, I could, like, you know, it's coming up on the end of the week, like, oh, I get to talk book things with my friend. Aw, heck yeah, even though I'm behind, there's still some book things we can talk about. Number 4, do I have any regrets? I think the only regret I have is the book choice, just because it wasn't super interesting to me. I didn't really enjoy it that much. It's definitely not one of my favorite books. It makes me, I've always talked about how I DNF this one, how, like, I don't know if I enjoy Rainbow Rowell's writing. It kind of just makes me not want to read any of her other stuff, although part of me does want to, but I also hear she's problematic. And some of her other stuff, I don't know how to feel about Rainbow Rowell. Isn't she supposed to be working on a new book? I might check that out. I don't know, honestly. I really don't know, guys. Overall, the experience was awesome, and if you get a chance to buddy read with someone, or if you want to set up a buddy read with someone, I highly recommend it because it's so fun. I don't know if I'll do it again or when I'll do it again. If someone wants to buddy read Love and War with me by Melissa De La Cruz, I'm about to start that one, and if anyone wants to buddy read it with me, I'm going to have a lot of feelings. I can tell you right now, this is Eliza Hamilton and Alexander Hamilton during wartime, and Burr is being introduced. I'm going to have a lot of feelings. I actually think that's all I've got for you guys today. Now, usually at this point in the video, I start saying, hey, my face is right here and all that stuff, but I'm actually going to link Sarah's face right here, so you can go check out her channel, because she is awesome. She is, like I said, she is super organized with how the buddy reading went.
Back again like a good neighbor. Previous camera died, so I'm back here to tell you subscribe to Sarah because she's amazing. And be sure to check out some of my previous videos. One where I hauled and read a bunch of books at the end of last month. And then another one, who knows what it'll be, probably a book review. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that little bell icon so you know if I wouldn't put new videos get posted on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. That's all she's got for you guys today. She hopes you have a lovely day / night, and she'll see you later.